Hey there, welcome back to Financial Futures. Today, we've got a crucial topic to discuss: the potential increase of the Social Security payroll tax to a whopping 17.5%. Yes, you heard that right. This could be the new rate, and I'm here to break down what it means for you, your paycheck, and the future of Social Security. So, grab your coffee, settle in, and let's dive right into the details. If you've been part of the Financial Futures community for a while, you've probably heard me talk about Social Security insolvency. If you're new here, welcome. Let me quickly bring you up to speed. Social Security insolvency is basically a fancy term for when the Social Security Trust Fund runs out of money. Imagine it like this: a big savings account that the government dips into every month to pay benefits. But what happens when that account is empty? Well, benefits could be slashed dramatically, leaving many Americans in a tough spot. And here's the kicker: Social Security is a pay-as-you-go system. That means the payroll taxes you and I pay today go straight out the door to current beneficiaries. There's no saving for a rainy day. So if those taxes don't cover the costs, we're in trouble. That's where this potential 17.5% payroll tax comes in, which could be one of the solutions on the table to keep the system afloat. But how does it affect you directly? That's what we're going to explore today. So, what exactly does this proposed 17.5% tax mean? Let's break it down. Currently, the Social Security payroll tax is 12.4% in total, split evenly between you and your employer. That's 6.2% from your paycheck and 6.2% from your employer. Now, this new proposal suggests raising the total tax to 17.5%. This means your share would jump from 6.2% to 8.75%. That's a 2.55% increase for you and the same increase for your employer. Now, I know what you're thinking: that doesn't sound like much, right? But let's put it into perspective. Imagine earning $50,000 a year. Currently, you'd pay around $3,100 in Social Security taxes. Under this new proposal, that would increase by about $1,275, bringing your total Social Security contribution to around $4,375 annually. That's a significant bump in how much money you'd be seeing taken out of your paycheck. And remember, this isn't just for high earners, this would impact every worker in America. Let's talk about the broader implications. This tax hike isn't just about paying more, it's about who's shouldering the burden. We often hear about plans to tax the wealthy more, and while that might sound like a fair approach, the reality is a bit more complicated. The so-called 1%, those high earners we often hear about, represent a very small portion of the population. Sure, they have a lot of money, but relying solely on them to fund Social Security is like trying to plug a massive leak with a tiny bandage. It might help a little, but it won't solve the underlying problem. So, what's the solution? Well, one idea on the table is to spread the tax increase across the entire workforce, meaning everyone from entry-level workers to top executives would pay more. This would generate significantly more revenue for Social Security and could potentially extend the program's solvency for decades. But it also means less money in everyone's pockets right now, which is tough news, especially in today's economic climate where many are already feeling the pinch. But before we go any further, can I ask you a quick favor? If you're finding this information helpful and want to stay updated on important financial news like this, please hit that subscribe button down below. Here at Financial Futures, I'm committed to bringing you the latest insights, breaking down the complex details, and helping you navigate these turbulent times. We're all in this together, and your support means the world to me. So go ahead, click that subscribe button, and join our growing community. Alright, let's take a closer look at how the current Social Security structure works. As I mentioned earlier, the payroll tax is currently set at 12.4%. Split evenly between employees and employers. For those who are self-employed, like freelancers or small business owners, you're paying the full 12.4% yourself. That's because you're both the employee and the employer in the eyes of the IRS. This tax goes directly into funding Social Security benefits, retirement, disability, and survivors' benefits. But here's where things get tricky. As the population ages, we have more people drawing benefits and fewer workers paying into the system. This imbalance is one of the reasons why we're facing the threat of insolvency. It's like trying to fill a bathtub with a trickling faucet while the drain is wide open. Eventually, the water runs out. So, what does the future hold? If no changes are made, Social Security is projected to run into serious financial trouble within the next 10 to 15 years. That's why these proposals to raise the payroll tax are being floated. But will it actually happen? In my opinion, I think it's likely we'll see some form of tax increase in the future. Whether it's the full 17.5% or something slightly lower, the government will need to find ways to generate more revenue to keep Social Security solvent. I also think we could see other changes, like an increase in the full retirement age, possibly pushing it to 68, 69, or even 70. This would mean future retirees would have to wait longer to receive full benefits. Another possibility is increasing the cap on taxable income. Currently, only earnings up to a certain limit are subject to Social Security taxes. Raising or eliminating this cap could bring in more money from higher earners without increasing the tax rate for everyone. But as with all things in politics, nothing is ever certain until it's signed into law. Now, here's where I get a bit personal. I've been following Social Security developments closely for years. It's one of the main topics we discuss here on Financial Futures. And from what I've seen, I genuinely believe that a tax increase is almost inevitable. Lawmakers tend to stick to what they know best, raising taxes and making incremental changes. So, while the 17.5% proposal might sound extreme, don't be surprised if we see something like it in the near future. But don't panic just yet. Changes to Social Security don't happen overnight. It's a slow process, and there will be plenty of debates, discussions, and probably a fair amount of drama before anything is finalized. My goal here is to keep you informed and prepared so that when changes do come, you'll know exactly what to expect and how to plan accordingly. So, there you have it, an in-depth look at the potential 17.5% Social Security payroll tax and what it could mean for you. While nothing is set in stone yet, it's clear that changes are on the horizon. The big question is how these changes will impact your finances, both now and in the future. That's why it's more important than ever to stay informed, stay engaged, and make sure your voice is heard in this ongoing conversation. If you found this video helpful, please take a moment to subscribe to Financial Futures. And don't forget to check out some of the other videos on my channel. Whether you're looking for tips on how to maximize your benefits, strategies to boost your retirement savings, or updates on the latest financial news, I've got you covered. Thanks so much for watching. Remember, we're all in this together, and I'm here to help you navigate the financial future with confidence. Take care, and I'll see you in the next video.